Hey guys, if you haven't already, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel. This is a what if series and I'll be doing more down the road. Plus Ultra. Hey guys, and welcome to part 5 to what if Naruto was Killua's reincarnation. Now, you guys are beasts. Now I put much faith into you because you reached that like goal in less than you reached it in a day. That's epic. Now I'm gonna bump the like goal up to 65 likes. If you can reach that within tonight or tomorrow, you will see part 6 to this video. Anyway, I don't want to waste you guys' time any longer, so let's get into the story. So we left off with Naruto leaving the battlefield, you know what I'm talking about, leaving the area where he beat the shit out of Kiba at. Now, all of the fights would go the same way up until the Tenten versus Tamari fight, and that will play out very differently. Now, this is where Naruto would be interested because he's seen her around a few times and his mom had often said about training her. Now, Naruto would be saying he wants to see what Tenten's capable of because she did spend a lot of time training with his mother, so she must be capable of some huge feats because handling training with the Red Death can be a little epic. And it can be a little gruesome. Through Naruto's training, when his mom pummeled him into the ground and she had this like reddish aura, he assumes it's from the Nine Tails. Now, Naruto was basically watching to see what Tenten's capable of, and Tenten has this like calm like face, very like confident face, like she's proud of what she's capable of or what she can do. Now, Tamari is very like confident, or she's trying to break like Tenten's spirit, saying that you won't win this fight, this is going to be over in an instant. And this is where Tenten agrees with her, and Tenten cracks her knuckles and says, oh, you're right, this is going to be over in an instant because I'm going to do a move that Sensei Kushina taught me, and I'm going to be over there in a blink of speed. Before you even pull out your fan and extend it towards me, you're going to drop to the ground basically like coughing up spit. And Tamari will take this as like a brag, or like she can't be that serious. As soon as the proctor says go, I'm going to relate this move to, if you guys seen Hunter x Hunter, you would know that when Netero came out for the mountain doing his 10,000 punches and he appeared right in front of his sensei, he did like a sort of a punch that made it appear like he moved fast. I don't know how to word it or explain it, but you guys can go search that up and see it. But that's what Tenten did. She moved so fast to where Tamari couldn't see her movements and punched her straight in the chest, sending Tamari to the ground, coughing up spit. Now, the proctor would be surprised at this, and even Naruto would be surprised at this, but Naruto says this has to be one of Mom's signature techniques, and I know that she wasn't the first to learn this, so I know Grandpa had to have something in this. I know Grandpa had to have something to do with this. Now, Tenten would win her fight, and everything would play out per normal with that said events. So now we get into the whole 1 month training. And Naruto really doesn't know who he can train with. I mean, pretty much he's on skill with some of the Jonin here. The only person he can think of is maybe Might Guy, but he really doesn't feel like training in taijutsu. I mean, his taijutsu skills are somewhat legendary due to the fact that he had 3 different teachers teaching him taijutsu. No, 4 different teachers teaching him taijutsu. So yeah, Naruto is gonna be his taijutsu skills are already high Jonin level, and yeah, that's just insane. So really, he really doesn't have much. All of a sudden, he sees like his old sensei, and well, it's not his old sensei, his father's sensei, and it was Jiraiya. But Jiraiya had this like calm, pervy personality towards him, so he still would be the same. Anyway, so. And I'm sorry, some of you fans, I have not mentioned anything Hinata has been doing. Yeah, I'm not to, because I'm mainly gonna be focused on it. Everything is gonna go the same with her, but she's gonna follow a different route and be in love with Kiba. So yeah, Kiba and Hinata are gonna be a thing in this what if. Anyway, so right now I'm going to be focused on the interactions between Naruto and Tenten. But during the whole 1 month training, Naruto will be focusing on improving his lightning style jutsus and also improving his lightning style cloak. But basically he calls it Godspeed. He's been trying to get a handle on that and trying to just access it more. So basically it gives him more time to be in the transformation. So as that 1 month training thing is going on, and also when Naruto had some free time, he would kind of search out or find out where Tenten, or just get interactions with Tenten to see what she's been doing, and basically just get an idea of where her power is, often training with her and sparring with her. Now, that all would play out the same, and nothing too major would go on with that until, like, the 1 month is over and all that. So they get back to the tuning exams, or the final battles of the tuning exams, and this is where Naruto is up to the stand first. Now, of course, the same thing goes along with Sasuke, but Sasuke has gotten a lot stronger. Instead of having 2 Tomoe and 2 eyes, he has 3 Tomoe and 2 eyes. Yeah, Sasuke's gotten a lot stronger because he's more encouraged, and he's more in an upbeat attitude than opposed to him being like the loner he was in the anime. He's more like, he has like that Gon type of personality, you know? So as Naruto steps onto the field, he sees that his opponent it's not Neji this time around. It's not Neji. It's this tall woman-like figure. And she looks at Naruto and she says, "Oh, Naruto, it's been so long since the last time I seen you. I've been doing so many missions." And Naruto feels a cold, and I mean a cold sweat just go down his spine. And he looks up to see this woman, and he says, "What? Who?" And all of a sudden, this woman just starts to pull out all these things in her face, these piercings that were in her face, sort of to like Pain. Like similar to how Pain had all those piercings, and then she would start pulling all of these piercings out of her face and sort of like trying to morph or picture, and you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, and you get what I'm referencing it towards. Now, Illumi would change back into her regular look, and this is what scares Naruto a lot, because he didn't notice that his sister was there watching him the whole time. And if for those of you who thought it was Metsume, yeah, you're right. It was Metsume. I just didn't put the name in there, but the person who said that in the comments, congratulations, when you hit it on the back. During the first episode, he said that the Jonin instructor that came out of the bush, came out of nowhere and said hey to Kakashi and everything, that was basically Illumi in disguise with piercings, man. And I don't know why I didn't say it at the first start when I was describing this character, but it was the Jonin instructor Metsume who was out there. And people were often asking, why is she out there? Or, you know what I'm saying. Why is she out there? Or why is she doing, like, a Jonin instructor is not supposed to fight Genin. And Naruto's basically shrugging his shoulders and saying, I don't give a damn. I would fight the Hokage if I wanted to. Now, this is where we now go back to the main part. Now, Illumi is standing in front of Naruto. Standing right there, Naruto's basically shaking up. He's scared. And this is where Illumi goes to say, Naruto, I never knew you really wanted to become a ninja. I thought you want to become an assassin. And Naruto would say, I'm basically just doing this for fun. I wanted to see how the shinobi world is like, how to maneuver myself through the world. I want to see what having friends were. And this is where Illumi's saying, friends? You want to make friends, huh? Well, that's a no. You are void of passion, Naruto. You're simply a tool for destruction. You are an assassin, and the only thing that should be on your mind is your next victim, your next target. Who should I kill next? A person like you should not have friends, because you would be a bad seed to your friends. I bet you often wonder, Naruto, what it would be like to test your abilities out on your friends. Don't you ever wonder that idea? Don't you ever want to find out what it will feel like? Now, this is why I always groomed you not to make friends, because you're going to get stronger and possibly even stronger than your friends as you continue to train. You're going to know where you stand at with them. You're going to wonder if you can kill them, and you're going to want to find out. Do you think you want to bear that on your shoulders? And Naruto says, I'm not like you, Illumi. I'm not like mother or father or grandpa. I'm tired of killing. I want to do something else with my life. I don't want to be a tool for destruction. I want to be some kind of light. I want to choose my own route from now on. Now Illumi would be looking at Naruto and saying, this just won't do, Naruto. I bet you made friends this whole time. Yeah, I've made a few. And this is where she would say, so you made a few, right? What are their names? One's Sasuke and one's Ino. And this is where she says, okay, well, I'm going to kill Ino and I'm going to kill Sasuke. Maybe if I get rid of them off this world, then you won't need these two pathetic friends holding you back anymore. Maybe you can focus on the real goal at hand. Now, Illumi basically walks past Naruto, and Naruto basically says, wait, he can't even move. He can't even push himself to stop his sister. And she's saying, no, this is going to be for your own good. If I get rid of Sasuke and Ino, and basically those two friends of yours, ooh, I know something. You're hiding another friend too. Did you happen to meet someone during your training, Naruto? And Naruto's basically trying to keep his mouth closed because he fears that she might even try to hurt Tenzin. That's Mother's student too. I hope you didn't make friends with her either, because if you did, that's going to be very, very bad. I might even have to kill her too. Mom wouldn't care. Mom wouldn't want you to be friends with her. Mom told you to just basically come out here and observe the ninja world. And you do want to know something? She sent me to spy on you, to make sure you are all right. But this just won't do. So, Proctor, tell me where Sasuke and Ino are. And oh yeah, Tenten. Illumi starts to look around and she catches all them at the she catches all three of them at the stands. She sees, she doesn't see Sasuke, but she sees Ino and Tenten. And this is where Illumi is getting ready to basically body flicker up there until a whole bunch of Jonins basically came in front of her to stop her. Now this is where she would say, you all need to get out of my way. And this is where I won't say this twice. I'm going to literally slaughter you all. And Illumi's eyes just go blank, dark, and are you know how when Hisoka told Illumi that, hey Illumi, can I kill Killua? And you seen how Illumi just emitted all this bloodlust and just got so angry and saying, Hisoka, I will end you right here, right now. And you seen all these crows going everywhere? Well, that's how Illumi was when she told every last one of them to get out of her way. And the whole village, let alone the whole Kage, had shivers going down his spine, feeling the immense bloodlust from Illumi. Now, this is where Naruto is basically at, he fears for a lot of people, because if Illumi wanted to, she probably could kill everyone here in the matter of seconds. Now, this is where Naruto says, Illumi, don't. I forfeit the tuning exams. Naruto said, hanging his head down low, and basically just having tears in his eyes that he's so weak that he can't stand up to even his own sister. After training so hard, after mastering his power like he did, his sister still intimidates him like she does. Then he walks off, and she says, that works too. And Naruto basically just hangs his head down, and Sasuke's looking at Naruto and said, Naruto, where are you going? Where are you going? And this is where Sasuke is getting ready to jump over the edge, but Tenten and Ino grab him and just try to stop him and telling him that it's not worth it. If you go down there, his sister will not hesitate to kill you. This is something we have to leave alone until we figure out a solution. Now, Naruto would hang his head down and just take a stroll. I mean, he's not going back home as of yet. I mean, there's nothing there that he needs. He just needs to take some time to think about his next approach. He just quit the tuning exams. But really, was it something that he really wanted to do? I mean, his dad always used to send him on missions, and he had to complete literally 200 missions before he came home. When at the age of 7, Naruto had to complete 200 S-rank missions before he had to come home. Or else don't come home at all. Now, Naruto basically did this, so his childhood wasn't fun. His childhood was horrendous. Basically even worse than it was when he was alone and didn't have any parents. They put him through hell, possibly, to just get their child strong and make their child strong. Even Kushina has a lot of love for Naruto, but just in very malicious ways. Now, as Naruto's taking the stroll, Sasuke basically chases after Naruto and telling him, Well, he's out there now telling him that Naruto just says, "You idiot. You shouldn't have chased after me. This is what my sister wants. She could have killed me. I walked right past her. They can't hold me for long. Why did you quit the tuning exams?" Now, this is where Naruto would look at Sasuke with tears in his eyes saying, "Sasuke, you need to forget about me. I know it was pointless trying to make a friend out of you. I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want any one of my friends to feel pain." Now, this is where Naruto keeps walking, and he really raises his hand up and says, "Sasuke, do your best to defeat that Gaara kid. I mean, he beat the shit out of Rock Lee. So, hey, I would like to see what you're capable of against him. I will be watching, because I'm not going back to that house. I just have to find out a different approach. I just have to train harder." And this is where Naruto gives Sasuke a thumbs up and says, "I only quit the tuning exams because I didn't want to see everyone there die. My sister could have easily killed everyone there in a matter of seconds. And that's scary. I'm just frustrated right now and just need to clear my head." So Naruto just walks off and Sasuke just heads back in, just hoping that his friend just gets his head together and hope he's okay. Now Sasuke walks back in and the same thing happens with the Gaara fight, just worser. Now when Sasuke basically he's blitzing around, dodging each and every one of Gaara's attacks and hitting Gaara very, very, very hard. Because Sasuke now has a 3 Tomoe Sharingan and his punches and kicks are very heavier and making Gaara cough up spit. So Gaara would have did that whole sand dome thing a hell of a lot earlier, forming it around him. And Sasuke, when he jumped back, he would have had a Shindori in his hand that was so strong that when he charged at Gaara, not only did it pierce through Gaara's shoulder, but it also burst apart the whole sand dome, and he would scream out in pain as Sasuke basically pulled his hand out of his shoulder and kicked him into a wall. Now this is where Gaara would get hella angry and his eyes would start to morph and he would start changing into the Shukaku with his one arm being covered in like that big ass arm, you know what I'm talking about, and jump over the leaf. And this time when they jump over the Leaf Village wall and the tuning exams wall, you know, and this is where the whole Konoha Crush thing begins. Now Naruto, when he's walking, he hears a lot of explosions and he hears a lot of screaming going. Well, not a lot of screaming because people were asleep, but he hears a lot of explosions and fighting and he sees a lot of smoke. And this is where Naruto says, "Oh great, so don't tell me Illumi really did go all out." And this is what Naruto gets like a bad heavy feeling in his stomach and he rushes back to not only to see Illumi gone, but just a different approach, a different setting. Now Illumi basically appears right next to Naruto and says, "Well, when you quit, I basically gave up my onslaught. I just wanted to see what you would do. Well, since you quit, we can go home now, Naruto. You don't have to worry about what's going on here." Now Naruto basically swipes Illumi's hand away and he says, "I don't have to do anything you say." "Oh, so you're gonna defy me, Naruto? That means you want to fight me." And Naruto looks at his sister and he backs away. But Naruto basically can't raise his hand because the fear that he feels for his sister, like he wants to try to punch. And Naruto basically gets this. He has this prediction. Like Naruto basically starts to raise his hand and it looks like he's going for a punch. It looks like he's about to go for a stab, but instead Naruto basically sharpens his nails and jabs his fingers in his head and pulls out the needle and flicks it at Illumi and tells Illumi, "You're a piece of shit, you know that for a sister. You put a needle in my head basically trying to manipulate me. Now you don't have that hold over me anymore." Naruto basically smiles at his sister and then he gets into a stance and saying, "Now I can fight you at full force." And this is a brother and sister battle and it's been long awaited for. I'm going to show you what I'm capable of, Illumi. You don't have anything on me now. And that's where we're going to leave part 5 to What If Naruto Was Killua's Reincarnation. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. And like I said, the like goal for this video is 65 likes. If you can reach 65 likes, I will have a part 6 out later on tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, without any further ado, you guys have a good day, a good night, and plus ultra. Good night.